starting with this portrait being done in gouache. It is almost complete, and I will darken the darkest shadows as I reach completion, starting with the eyebrows. I have picked a soft hog hair brush to define the dark shadows. Now I move on the moustache. I am giving some dark strokes to the moustache and softening the edges as well. Commonly, dark shadows are often found in part of the face with hair, along with the upper eyelid. This way, you will be able to correct some area or lines if required. A soft hog hair brush to define the dark shadows within the eyes. Make the eyes darken to accentuate them while touching them finally. It will appear like a round, three-dimensional form. The choice of colors is a matter of experience and practice. Use thick color and build each dark tone very carefully. Put some dark strokes in here also. You can use the brush that you think best suits your purpose. Give some dark shadows to the side of the nose to make it come out on the face. Every creation in the world requires a final touch, be it cooking a delivery or setting up a room. Look at the same drawing. If I decide to fill it with colored oil pastel, I will make the glint or the light in his eyes with a white dot using the lightest, softest shade in pastels and make small strokes over the highlights to lift the face from the paper. Usually the eyes' strongest highlights and darkest shadows are the areas which are worked on while giving final touches to any drawing. Like it is in this case, I am using a soft pastel shade for the highlights in the around the eyes. Coloring through long delicate strokes, now I can work further on the portrait giving the final touches. For this, I do not require the model to pose for me anymore. You will see the same happening in the next example where I am drawing a portrait in charcoal from a live model. being a black and white medium, the stark highlights in this case are created by picking the charcoal from paper by using an eraser. Remember to keep your hand very soft and supple while creating strokes in charcoal to avoid muddying your work. Now I can easily reach the area that I wish to work on without smudging my work. A few last touches around his clothes and the portrait is complete. The basic guidelines or rules for charcoal or other dry mediums remain the same, but the game changes. So you saw a completely different approach with charcoal as complete to a portrait. I drew from imagination using charcoal dust. Charcoal is a soft and supple medium that requires a lot of patience to exhale. It is one of the best materials to use for delinquent, good line work. It is very helpful during the initial days of sketching. At this stage, use a fixative to all over the charcoal drawing to fix the charcoal dust before moving the work or putting it in a folder. The final touches for a portrait done in oil are too based on the same rules. The only other difference that stands here is of softening the edges of certain strokes that might be disturbing to the overall drawing. I will add a glint in eyes with a nib of a pen, and this is one of the most important steps in the finalizing any portrait. Looking at something, it also decides the direction in which the model is looking at. The lightest highlights or the darkest shadows must look a part of the portrait. They must stand out, but that does not cover the drawing overall. So you will see, I bring them down by a shade of soften the edges for the better results. I use white color for the purpose. Other than this, for the final touches, I soften the edges of the certain very strong strokes. Check the portrait for any unfinished strokes and an area that require some detail. I am now ready to remove the masking tape that was defining my area of work. In another portrait, the same model is painted in the expressionist style using oil. As a final touch, I work on the eye area. The eyes here are also the main focus point, as they are usually in all portraits. The strong white highlight will help to express the bulging eyes of the model. The most essential step is to add the white strokes as final highlights on his face and clothes. With this, the portrait is complete. If you are working on a stark white sheet of paper, it is very crucial to paint the background to match the color scheme of the portrait. The background and the portrait must appear as one scene, or else the portrait ends up looking like a cutout. I am touching up the shadows around the eyes, nostrils, and neck. That is a portrait in gouache. Since gouache lacks luminosity, it is important to glaze your work at the end. In this case, I used purple for the shadows. And since the robe that is wrapped around the model is of the same color, it gets important to reflect a little of purple on his face too. The nature of line work remains the same through your work. For example, in this portrait, the lines are sketchy. I used a hog here for creating sketchy strokes for the shadows below the eyes and the other character lines like the ones on his cheeks, forehead, around the mouth and nose. Darken the line between the lips and accentuate the shadow, the drooping lines of the aging model. The shadow below the turban is an important one to create further depth to his face. I have mentioned this before that the way to create highlights in a black and white dry medium is by lifting the color of paper by use of an eraser. I am doing the same around the beard, mustache, and eyes, nose, smudging the edges for softer strokes. As final touches, I picked the charcoal stick and made some strokes over the beard to define the shadows. A drawing in charcoal is a calculative move between smudging, erasing, and applying direct charcoal. Working on the eyes to bring your portrait to life is a very crucial step to complete any portrait. Always remember to spray fixative over any drawing done in the dry medium. For this portrait done in oil pastel, I will again repeat coloring the background for it to be a part of the portrait. It is the same rule as applied when we draw a portrait in acrylic. I will draw the shadows using a warm color and draw gentle light strokes for the highlights. Drawing the character lines as a final touches is important. These lines are mostly wrinkles and sagging skin formed due to aging around the eyes, nose, and mouth. Merge the strokes of the background paint as a final touch to the portrait. Darken the hair and the left side of the face where the shadows are forming due to the source of light being on the left side. As a final touch, I will add small strokes for a final shadows around the mouth, nostrils and eyes. When a portrait is done from imagination, you are free to add as many characters element to the portrait as you like. For example, in this case, I will add earrings to this face using white pastels. You can use a dry hog hair brush for the purpose. Adding shining silver earrings changes the character of the portrait completely. As a final touch, glaze the entire portrait using yellow pastel. Merge the strokes with hand unless you wish to retain certain strokes on purpose.